Yo, what is going on, guys? This is Swerve here and welcome back to another Jurassic World Evolution video based on the Return to Jurassic Park DLC. Today we are going to be discussing what I think is plausible for a brand new mode in Jurassic World Evolution. Now, hear me out when I do say about this mode. I'm going to give you loads of logical ideas and examples of why I think it's going to happen. So if you guys are still skeptical that it hasn't been confirmed, I personally do feel like it's going to happen, and I'll explain why. But firstly, may I just show you something that's on screen now? Jurassic World Evolution Twitter has posted saying we're super excited to share more information on Jurassic World Evolution Return to Jurassic Park. Stay tuned next week where we'll be posting our first feature-focused article. And the reason why I expanded my voice when saying the word more, we've already got so much content we need to cover, so much content to discover, so much that we've already seen and know about. It's hard to keep up, and now they've got even more information, and I know they're going to save some surprises, I guess, for the actual DLC when it comes out. So it's a bit crazy that we actually are going to get more information. This is all exciting news. However, so obviously stay tuned on Jurassic World Evolution's Twitter and YouTube for more information on Jurassic World Evolution's Return to Jurassic Park DLC. I'll happily be covering that when I can. But in the meanwhile, if we just get rid of this. So what we're going to be talking on today's video, don't worry, your screen's supposed to be white. What are we going to be talking on today's video? Well, we're talking about this. Original locations. Rebuild iconic locations on both Isla Nublar, the site of the original park, and Isla Sorna, the mysterious Site B. So if you guys watched my previous video, I was actually talking about a possible new mode, and I do think that Site B is the mode we are finally going to get. So, moving on to our first image. I'm going to talk about injuries quite often. Loads of you guys were saying, oh, why are you calling this a hatchery when it's not really a hatchery, it's just a holding pen for the raptors? That's simply because I don't want to confuse people who think that the holding pen or the raptor pen is the current one in Jurassic World. And since this was a hatchery used in Jurassic Park Operation Genesis, this is clearly something that we know is going to be used pretty much as a hatchery, and I'll explain why in a minute. The only fault that I have been told to look at, and I've literally just seen it now, so let me scale this up, 3300, let me scale this up. If we scale it here, as you can see, this is broken. This hatchery is broken right here, so I don't know if this is actually going to be something that we can hold our animals in. So this could be where the compsognathus is, or if you hold in the animals too long, they can break out. So what tends to happen is that if you have a dinosaur in your incubation and creation lab for too long and it's done, it will just die off. It will be a deceased animal from then on, and you can't refund it. You'll just have to discard it. So I think instead of doing that, they've actually got new breakout options, or this could just be because it's broken a little bit, you know, from like a storm or something. So yeah, the reason why I'm bringing this up and why I'm saying this could be a hatchery, although it doesn't look like hatchery, I do think that this could be something used for a Isla Sorna Site B mode. So obviously we know we're going to build on Isla Nublar, we know we're going to build on Isla Sorna, and we're going to create our dream Jurassic Park and rebuild it all, make sure it's all functioning and working properly. As you can see, there are no paths at all attached to this, no paths whatsoever. So it's a bit suspicious that it's still all working, because in Jurassic World Evolution, if you guys don't know, it needs to be attached to a path if it's going to work. So that's what it's very annoying about the game. You need a path for things to work, and loads of people have been saying, oh, I wish we didn't need that for the hatchery. I wish there was instant incubations. I wish we could just put hatcheries anywhere, not connect a path to it. And I'm not going to lie, I do feel like this is the new hatchery simply because of what it's been in Jurassic Park Operation Genesis and why it's working without any paths attached. I'm interested to see what it is. The only thing that does throw me off a little bit are the tracks going through, so this could be part of a a tourist sort of attraction. So let's say a vehicle's coming down here, you can attach the path and they can go in and then they can go back out or something like that. I don't really see the purpose on that, and I am confused why this is broken looking at it now. So this could be a holding pen, it could be a hatchery, we don't quite know at the moment, but nevertheless I'm going to stick with the fact that this could be a new hatchery or something that you can hold your dinosaurs in, and they will break out if you hold them in for too long. And again, there's gates here where you can let the dinosaurs run out. So it's very similar to how we have in Jurassic Park Operation Genesis, where you don't need a path attached. And if you guys are like, oh, but it's not a hatchery, you still don't need paths attached. If you look at the new sort of themed hatchery, there is a path coming down here that is attaching to the back of this building. So if you guys don't know as well, we're able to build on Sandbox and have a 1993 theme. So all of our buildings will be remade to look different in the 1993 structure. And this is one of them, the Hammond creation lab is going to look completely different and based off the 1993 sort of holding pen. As you can see, it comes up with a catwalk, and obviously based off the Jurassic World Evolution Hammer creation lab. So that's why I feel like we are actually going to use this to incubate our dinosaurs and hatch our dinosaurs, but on the Site B mode we can use this to hatch our dinosaurs and incubate our dinosaurs and everything like that. That's what I think is currently going to be working in the plan. So moving on from this image, again, we have the dinosaurs. We just have the dinosaurs. We haven't seen, well, the images I'm going to show you, we haven't seen anything to show that they are contained. And I will explain furthermore where we get to see a Jurassic Park 3 Brachiosaurus, a Tyrannosaurus Rex, and a Parasaurolophus in the same photo. I'll explain exactly why that photo is very relevant. So as you can see here, the long grass is really nice. Obviously, they're going to stick to the social need of 3 Velociraptors, and yeah, I think that's very important. But again, there's nothing really to go off if they're in close with anything. The only thing that throws me off here is the brightness here, because I doubt that's the sky unless they're really high in the area. I doubt that's the sky, so it could be a new sort of building, and obviously a new building. It might be a hatchery, in fact, because in the next image of Velociraptor in the trailer, we actually see it right next to the hatchery, which is similar to colour to where that is. So moving on from this image, again, why exactly would they add the Lost World and Sorna models and variants if they're not going to use them? You know, I get that these are contained and everything like that, which I really am loving the fences. By the way, I don't know if you can tell with the Compsognathus, there's like, keep forgetting the name, but it's like hatching there so they can't climb and they can't hop through. I assume that's for the Compsognathus, because as you can see up here, it's the same thing there. So I'll make a different video about that. But we have the Lost World variant of the Stegosaurus. So the Lost World was obviously on Isla Sorna, the Site B mode, and it was the first time we got introduced to Site B. So again, what was the purpose for adding this? If they just wanted to make it return to Jurassic Park, they could have just done everything that was in Jurassic Park. Stegosaurus wasn't in Jurassic Park, it was in Jurassic Park The Lost World in Isla Sorna. So it's a bit suspicious why they would add that. So that's why my hesitation, well, not hesitations, but my ideas are running crazy in my mind, saying that we're going to get variants of Jurassic Park 1, 2, and 3, and that might mean a new Spinosaurus model. I don't know, we'll have to wait and see. Obviously, we're going to have more information on that, so as soon as more information does arise, I'll happily make more videos for you guys. But moving on, again, we already have a new model for the T-Rex. It's the Jurassic Park model. It's wrinkly and everything like that, but now we have the Lost World model of the T-Rex as well. It's intriguing, and as you can see, it's a pretty huge enclosure if this is an enclosure. I don't know if this is taken from a gallery. If so, then I can see why the fence could probably just go around there, and it'll be like a decently sized, maybe a bit of a bigger size than you want for a T-Rex. But it's quite open, it's quite an open area, it's quite huge, so I don't doubt the fact that, again, this could be taken on Isla Sorna, and it's a lot bigger. So that makes sense in my eyes. I don't know about you, but let me know in the comment section if you think it makes sense to you. But I personally believe that they're adding Lost World dinosaurs and teasing them because we are going to have essentially a Site B mode that's the Lost World. So again, moving on to what I think is the most important image that sums up my theory. So again, Site B. What movies did we have? We had Jurassic Park 2. There you go, Jurassic Park 2 Parasaurolophus, and Jurassic Park 3 with a Jurassic Park 3 Brachiosaurus right in the far corner over there. If you guys don't see it, then I suggest go watch my old video, or my previous video, and then you can see it there. It was more zoomed in. But why, I pointed this out in my last video, why is the grass so vibrant and so bright and more yellow? And why is this such an open enclosure with a T-Rex, a Brachiosaurus, and a Parasaurolophus? Admittedly, I can't see through the tree line or underneath this hill where the Brachiosauruses are. So there could be a fence, and they just put this screenshot for show. But why exactly is it a different colour? Why are there 3 dinosaurs in one area? This is a bloody huge map, and it doesn't look like Isla Nublar from the range. It's a big mountain range, so it looks like it's Isla Sorna. I don't know. I feel like this image right here is our first look at Isla Sorna and a Site B mode on Isla Sorna. Let me know what you guys think. Because currently I do believe that this is the current Isla Sorna Site B that we are going to get. Linking back to the hatchery, we could put the hatchery and just be able to breed our dinosaurs from there. The only thing that makes me a bit confused is how exactly we're going to get the Brachiosaurus, because I think if we had the Brachiosaurus to be covered before we actually release it from the hatchery, I think it will make more sense to sort of have it from there, unless if we're able to grow a baby Brachiosaurus and you can slowly see its neck rise in height and then you can release it. I don't know, but I feel like that's still too skinny to release a Brachiosaurus. So again, that's probably one flaw you can put into my theory, but I still think we are going to get a Site B, if I were to be honest. I still think we're going to get a Site B. And I'm excited to see what exactly we are going to get with it. But again, more Parasaurolophus images. And again, I believe Parasaurolophus was primarily in the second movie. Obviously, the first appearance in the first movie. But I think you got to see a better sort of show of it in Jurassic Park 2. The only thing, again, with this image is that there are fences here, sort of doing an enclosure. So obviously this is an enclosure. However, the grass is a lot more of a darker green than in this image. As you can see, they're a lot different. Well, not a lot different, but you can see what I mean. Especially with the fact that these trees are completely dark and this is so vibrant and yellow and green, you know. And same here, I guess it's a similar thing. Like the trees are so dark and the green is a little bit higher. I think this has more contrast and brightness editing than this one does. Here again, I feel like it's a little bit brighter. I don't know, it's a bit confusing. Obviously redwood trees if you haven't seen that already. It's a little bit confusing, but in my personal opinion, I do believe that maybe we are going to get a Site B mode, which makes me excited because obviously I don't think we've had a mode since... No, okay, so Sandbox is our most recent mode, and then I think we had Challenge mode before that. So it's intriguing to see exactly what we are going to get to see next, and I think having 3 expansion DLCs and 3 modes makes entirely more sense to me than most people. So I just think having a Site B mode would put the icing on top of the cake. But yeah, so as you can see, some gorgeous images of everything that we have revealed so far, and all of this sort of adds up, sort of doesn't add up, but at the same time, I'm going to stick with my idea that we are going to get a Site B. But anyway, that's all I got time for you guys today. If more information does arrive or I come up with more video ideas, I'll obviously try and record them later today. However, I do want to sort of spread out my knowledge and video ideas over time, so if you guys want to stay tuned for that, make sure to subscribe to this channel, turn on that bell notification so you don't miss an upload, and let's try and be the notification squad. So if you guys are watching it to this time and you did happen to click on notification, just put hashtag notification squad in the comment section down below and I'll love it. But anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed. Obviously let me know your thoughts down in the comment section down below of exactly what you guys think of a Site B mode, and smash that like button and all that good stuff. Anyway, I hope you guys had a wonderful day. It's been Swerve, and peace out.